Ever since COVID-19, more and more families have decided to homeschool. But that's left parents wondering, is homeschooling a viable option for education? What are the pros to homeschooling? Some of the pros to homeschooling are allowing extra freedom during the week, allowing students to have more personalized classes for their interest, allowing students to learn responsibility and prepare them for college, make families closer since the parents have to be invested in their children's schooling, and allowing students to work on their school regardless of whether day or time of day. What are some of the cons to homeschooling? Some of the cons in homeschooling are requiring substantial effort from parents, and it is nearly impossible to do if both parents are busy. It also makes the student feel more lonely without any classmates and only having family to talk to for days on end. There also are no teachers to make sure students are doing what needs to be done if there is no online schooling being done. This makes the parents fully responsible for the success of their children. What are some reasons for homeschooling according to the National Home Education Research Institute? Some of the reasons why a family might decide to homeschool is customize or individualize a curriculum and learning environment for each child, accomplish more academically than in schools, use educational approaches other than those typically used in institutional schools, enhance family relationships between children and parents and among siblings, provide guided and reasoned social interactions between youth peers and adults, provide a safer environment for children and youth because of physical violence, drugs, and alcohol, physiological abuse, and racism, as an alternate education approach when public or private institutes, schools are closed due to acute health situations such as diseases, and to protect minority children from racism in public schools or lower expectations of children of color, according to Fieldsmith research. How do youth who are homeschooled compare to youth who go to public or private schools? The home educated typically score 15 to 25% higher than public students on standardized academic achievement tests. A 2015 study found Black homeschool children to be scoring 23 to 42 percentile points above Black public school students, according to Ray research. 78% of peer-revised studies on academic achievements show homeschool students perform statistically significantly better than those in institutional schools. Homeschool students score above average on achievement tests regardless of their parents' level of formal education or their family's household income. Whether homeschooled parents were ever certified teachers is not notably related to their children's academic achievements. Degree of state control and regulations of homeschooling is not related to academic achievement. Home-educated students typically score above average on SAT and ACT tests that colleges consider for admissions. Finally, homeschool students are increasingly being actively recruited by colleges. How does homeschooling affect socializing for youth? This is one of the biggest concerns when looking into homeschooling. Research facts on homeschooling show that the home-educated are doing well, typically above average on measures of social, emotional, and physiological development. Researchers' measures include peer interaction, self-concept, leadership skills, family cohesion, and participation in community service. 87% of peer-reviewed studies on social, emotional, and physiological development show homeschooled students perform statistically significantly better than those in conventional schools. Homeschool students are regularly engaged in social and educational activities outside of their homes with people other than their family members. They are also commonly involved in activities such as field trips, community service, 4 H activities, scouting, and political drives, along with church ministries, sports teams, and community volunteer work. The balance of research to date suggests that homeschool students may suffer less harm than conventional school systems. Success of homeschoolers into adulthood. This is also one of the main issues that people point out with homeschooling. Although the facts show that homeschooling tends to do better. 69% of peer-reviewed studies on success into adulthood show adults who were home educated succeed and perform statistically significantly better than those who attend institutional schools, according to Ray research. They participate in local community service more frequently than does the general population, according to Sevier and Pope research. These adults vote and attend public meetings more frequently than the general population, and they tend to go to succeed at colleges and an equal or higher rate than the general population. So even though homeschool can get a bad rep, it definitely has a lot of pros and is one of the better ways to get an education. These are some of the research pieces I used in my speech, and I will not read them out because there are 3 pages of them. So you can pause the video and look at them individually. Thank you.